what has really transformed in this 2 year journey is my pressure handling skills.
Just because you come from a different background doesn't mean that you can't be at the same level as other people. If you work hard, you can get there for sure.
So when we look at MBA at IFMR specifically, the setup is in such a way that you are always surrounded by people in some or the other way.
MBA is not only about classrooms or about the curriculum. It is more. It is more about the journey that you will be going through these 2 years. It is about the emotions, the new friendship that will be built. So today, Shiksha Nerd is back with another campus, and we will be hearing it directly from the students of
IFMR!
Hello everyone, welcome back to Shiksha Nerd. So today we are at IFMR and we are with second year students, and we will try to understand the placement pressure, the campus life, the new friendship that they make, and the life after IFMR. So without any delays, we'll start the video. So my question to all of you is, before joining IFMR, what kind of a person were you and what changes have you seen in yourself during these 2 years?
Thank you for the question, Neha. I'll begin by introducing myself. My name is Ankit. I'm from Bihar and I'm a second year student, MBA student here at IFMR. So coming back to your question, ma'am, the one change which I feel is after joining IFMR, we were made to work in teams a lot. So I think my people management skills have improved a lot because here I've interacted with people from diverse backgrounds.
Right.
So I think that is one area where I think I'm now better after joining IFMR.
Hello everyone. My name is Anushka Gole. I was born and brought up in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. And coming back to ma'am's question, what has really transformed in this 2 year journey is my pressure handling skills and ability. Here we are given various deadlines, and we have successfully learned to dodge those deadlines and like uh,
So basically, you were able to overcome your anxieties and
yeah,
the pressure.
the pressure handling skills.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Abhinav Agnihotri and I come from Madhya Pradesh. Here, coming back to Neha's question, that what transformation that I had inculcated in these 2 years is that I've lost the stage fear and I've polished my public speaking skills. Being be it the in-class presentations or handling the batch meets, we have a very diverse batch, very bright minds, leading that and leading them. I believe that has changed in me a lot, and I don't have any stage fear going forward.
Hello everyone, I am Nityashri Balaji and I'm from Hyderabad. I am pursuing my MBA here and I'm a second year student. So coming back to your question, Neha, I think one thing that has changed about me is the multitasking skills, because here we are continuously busy with projects, classes, and the same day in the evening we'll be probably attending some event. So I think that is something that has changed.
Hello everyone. Hello Neha. I'm Arundhati and I come from Karnataka. I'm also a second year student at IFMR. So coming back to your question, the one thing that I see myself that has transformed is being adaptable. Because before coming here, I stayed at just one place and I had more or less a mundane schedule. So after coming here, because like my friend mentioned, we have to work with different teams. So when I say adaptable, it's being adaptable to different schedules,
Right.
different situations, and also the ideas that you see that the people bring
Right,
from different
right, right.
perspectives. So that's what I see myself changing.
Hello everyone, myself Shubham Bhattacharya and I hail from Durgapur, West Bengal. So coming to the question, it's not just a change. For me, it was rather evolutionary in a way. I evolved and it was a part of self-discovery for me.
Right.
So I hail from a zoology background, and to realize that what are my strengths, where I want to contribute in the future in my career path. So that was quite an intriguing journey for me altogether, to all these assignments and all people are talking about. So they made me discover about myself. That has been really a great journey for me.
Hello everyone, I'm Shaurya and I'm from Varanasi. So the two things I would mention that I've learned and probably is more transformational to me is being resilient and agile at the same time. So basically I come from a very diverse background, which is journalism. And to come here and to learn through different processes like assignments, submissions, clubs and committees, all of that, all together, and to still be resilient that I'll get through is something new to me. Sometimes what we or what I think is people either are agile or resilient, but I think these two has come together for me in this whole process of MBA and the placements and everything.
Hi everyone, I'm Sameer, all the way from New Delhi. I'm an MBA second year student. And to answer your question, one major transformation I see in myself would be leadership, because you don't deal with so many people on daily basis. So that is something I was not used to earlier in my life.
So Shubham, I have a follow-up question for you because you had a different background. You were from zoology, and now what made you decide that you should go for MBA?
So I'll do mention that I did had an opportunity for a Master in Science, MSc, further in zoology, one in Australia and in my state itself, West Bengal. So rather, why I chose to be in this particular field, because see, even in zoology we were doing multiple projects. So I came across a particular project in cancer treatment, right? And from there, I wanted to build up further research and all. And had an entrepreneurship mindset there itself. That kind of a skills was not available in that kind of a course, whether it be MSc or not. That would be too much of a niche for me. I wanted to open my horizon and get more of a exposure, and you can say diverse my background itself. So for that, MBA was a typical choice for me.
Right. So, after knowing all of you, how diverse is the cohort here at IFMR? If I talk about the diversity in terms of academically, professionally, even geographically, right? So everybody is from different background. So I want to know, what is the peer learning? Like, were you able to learn something from your peer groups or anything like that?
Yeah, I can answer that very well. Uh, just to give you a glimpse about the diversity that we have here.
Right.
Students, the batch is comprised of around, students are coming from around 21 states and 3-4 UTs. And you talk about any educational background, we have here BTech, architecture, IT, zoology, and journalism, everything, and even commerce. But personally, I come from an IT background, and I did not had any chance or opportunity of learning commerce. When we
Right.
came here in the first term itself, we were exposed to accounting, which non-commerce background students would find very difficult to cope up with.
Exactly.
But then I had a friend who is a CA who had pursued CA. He helped me through it, and I scored really good marks in accounting. So that is how your peers help you to excel in this hardcore academic journey here.
Even the culture is very diverse. So
Yes.
you must be learning a lot of about different cultures as well.
Yes. Now I have a friend in every part of country. Let's say passing out from here, I need some help. I'll just pick up my phone and call that friend and get it done.
So Abhinav, what I have understood because of the diverse background professionally, so the faculty coming here, the people you are connecting to, it is basically you are making new networks, right? So I want to know, how were you able to make networks so that you can make your net worth?
Speaking of network, well, stepping out of Delhi and moving over here, I had in mind that I'll be able to interact with people I've never interacted with before. So that was one of the primary reason I was here. And this college did not disappoint, be it the guest lectures, the faculties, and my friends or colleagues.
So Sameer, what I can understand, after 2 months you will be placed, right? And what if you are going back to Delhi? How will you manage the AQI there?
Well, that's a really good question. But as eager I am to go home, I'm glad that I got placed in Chennai.
Oh, wow.
So that wouldn't be a problem, I believe.
So you're saved.
Yes.
So, what I can understand, for getting into a college like IFMR, you need a very good academic background. Then the CAT score, the ZAT score is towards the higher side. The interview rounds, I guess, are difficult again. So students, the peer quality here is like amazing. So was it easy enough to get, to fit in, or it was a cakewalk for you?
So actually, I would like to give example of myself. I am actually from a BTech background, and I'm not anywhere close to studying finance or so. So for me, getting into the college, scoring CAT was only half of the battle that was won.
Right.
But after coming here, I actually understood that there is like an intense competition here, because more than half of the batch is actually from a commerce background. So to compete with them and actually getting into like good companies is a big deal. So, be it IFMR or be it any other B school, I understood that we had to be here, of course, but then we also had to work as hard as the commerce students who actually had previously gained all the knowledge that I was nowhere close to. So then I think what helped me was the peer-to-peer learning that we had actually mentioned earlier as well, where I had to sit with all the commerce students, learn with them. At the same time, the curriculum was designed in such a way that, irrespective of the background that you come from, it was actually very easy for me to cope up with the finance specialization, actually.
So someone from any different background can go for MBA
Yeah.
without second thought.
Definitely.
So Nitya, what tip or suggestion would you like to give the student, if somebody has different background, not from the commerce background?
So first and foremost would be to not doubt yourself at all. Just because you come from a different background doesn't mean that you can't be at the same level as other people. If you work hard, you can get there for sure. Because I am a living example of that in this campus. The second thing would be to make sure that you learn as much as possible from all your peers. Also, take your own time. Don't really rush into. You can't be the best in finance the first day that you enter into the college, right? So then I think take your own sweet time to learn. That would be my second tip. And the last one would be that. So for me, before getting into the college, I knew that I had to be among these people. So I started early, so that when I get into the college, I'm at least somewhere, if not, yeah, somewhere in between them.
Right.
Like at some level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I can understand, MBA is not only about curriculum. It is more of teamwork. You have to, even though if you are an introvert, you have to talk to people. There is no any other way. In schools, we try to escape. We can sit at the back and we can escape from the teachers. But here, you gotta walk. You gotta talk, right? So I want to know: is any of you was introvert or have seen any change in yourself?
I would like to answer this question. I would just put it in a little different way, the introvert, what you're telling. So, before coming here, I was working for 2 years in Accenture. So, in the corporate life, I had a different kind of interaction, and also because of the fact that I was in a COVID time, so I was more or less in a work from home environment. So, I had somewhere lost connection with people or some of the interpersonal skills. So, coming here, I was having a bit of a hindrance about the fact that how I could gel up with people, especially the fact that here the freshers are more in number. And I do understand that there will be a certain gap. So
Right.
I was having that hindrance how I can mingle with people. But here coming, one thing that I would say that you have to do is be more open and be more participative.
I'll share my experience. I've been a person who is really academically inclined. Like from this childhood itself, I will not participate in debates and all. I'll go for let's say Olympiads. So something that will just I will score, I will earn a medal and something. That's something I've been inclined to. And so was my background in zoology was rather research oriented, background related work. So how did I transition into an MBA guy? I started making mistakes, and what I mean by that is force yourself to be in public. When the moment I arrived in campus, we had our student council elections. So being in front of being a representative of the student, you be in front of everyone. They are your peers only. Why are you scared of? Start making mistakes. Start fumbling. Start shuttering in front of everyone. So what that happens is you build up that confidence. Do you think I don't make mistakes? Every one of us still do
Right.
that, right? So, but you have to do that confidently and keep progressing in the path. That's it.
So Arundhati, you told us that you had an experience of 2 years, which makes you eligible for PGPM also, which is for 1 year. So what made you opt for 2 year MBA?
So as you rightly mentioned, back then I had a decent CAT score of around 80 percentile, which made me eligible for a PGPM, and I was also offered to do so from one of the prestigious institutions. But why I went ahead with this choice is because personally, I always dreamt and I was inclined towards having a full-time MBA experience, and that made me choose this.
And learning is again very different here.
Right, yes.
So what I've seen in colleges where undergraduate programs are also running, so I've seen those students enjoying partying and doing everything. But when I get into any management college where we have MBA students, PGDM students, I can see the struggle, and it is like to extreme cold to extreme hot. UG and PG, there is a like huge difference. So was it easy to manage all your things, because at UG level parents are there to help you. Most of us do it not going to hostels, but in management colleges, because most of them, the top ones, are with the hostels, managing every single stuff on your own. Was it easy enough?
We always believe that, like it has always been in our school and colleges, that we'll go attend classes, we'll come
Right,
back home,
right.
and then we'll prepare for exams. MBA is a different journey. Here you have to take care of your academics. You have to give time to your clubs and committees. You have to participate in other clubs and committees, and it goes on till night.
Right.
And the very next day at 8 a.m. you have a quiz.
Right.
So I think. In the first 6 months I realized that I'm not going to get any sleep here, and I have to sacrifice my sleep. I have to get out of my comfort zone. And for me it was easier because I was already from a finance background, but I've seen my friends from various backgrounds, from zoology, from journalism, from agriculture, from architecture. I think after the first 6 months the playing field becomes the same. The first 6 months is very crucial. So what I advise to the upcoming students is that be ready to get out of your comfort zone, and then it all gets easier with time.
Great.
As we were talking about, IFMR MBA is a residential program, so we really do not have nights over here, and all the students, the whole batch is here for 24 hours. We know each other for 2 years. And personally, I'm a fresher. When I came here for the very first semester, the pressure was immense, and personally, students coming from a professional background who had experience in corporate, learning from them helped me a lot. So I would say that helped me, the residential program.
When we talk about MBA, it is a lot of pressure. You are not surrounded by your family members, your parents. So again, mental health was, it is something which is never taken so seriously, but it is a serious topic. So were you able to, overcome all these pressure and the anxieties, whatever you're getting here? Was it easy enough to seek help?
So when we look at MBA at IFMR specifically, the setup is in such a way that you are always surrounded by people in some or the other way. Either it's clubs and committees, your assignments, your classrooms.
Right.
So you keep on interacting. You don't feel lonely, even though you are far away from home, but you've built a family around it here. And beyond that, our college has a tie-up with Your Dost and Scarf, wherein we get free consultations. So anybody who's facing anything, or like even if they are feeling homesick, can definitely go and talk about it. I personally have taken a few sessions when I came on campus, because it was fairly a new environment. I am from a very different state, and I've studied something very different, and so everything felt a little overwhelming. So this is how we cope up, and your friends are always there. You have built your own families in and around here. Like, you will have friends who will be there when you're sick, when you want to eat something, when you want to do something, when you want to go on an adventure. So this is how we build our things.
But because when there is a social stigma also, when you are seeking help, you're going to the counselors, there is a social stigma that I will be judged. People will start thinking that I am not fine, there is some issue with me. Was it like easy enough to go and seek that help actually?
So as Shaurya rightly mentioned, we have such a beautiful cohort along with us who support you almost every day. So yes, definitely the taboo factor is there still. But when you have people around you, and when you go to them with problems. I can personally vouch here that your friends are definitely a strong pillar of support. They tell you that it's fine, it's okay to have such problems, just like how you have a physical issue. Similarly, a mental issue is also fine to have. So please go and seek that support. So that probably push is something that many of us need here.
Right.
And in fact, also the fact that they recognize you that you may need that support. That is also an important thing.
So
that's
basically, you guys have like created lifetime bondings here.
definitely.
What I can see. Shaurya, as you mentioned, you are from North, and convincing yourself for going to the south side of India, well, I can understand it was not easy, right? Then convincing your parents, the family. What were the challenges that you faced, while coming here and after coming here?
So basically, not just here, even for my UG, I was not in my hometown. I
Acha.
did it from Delhi. So back then also there was a lot of conversation in the family, like how would you cope up? You have been with us for so long. How would you manage your food, your travel, and everything else? So my only thing was, if I sit in here, mom and dad, I won't be able to grow as a person. And they as parents will not stop you from growing or like
Exactly.
building your career. So my simple argument was, I want to go, I want to learn. And if there is anything, if anything goes wrong, you are there for me, you are a flight away from me. So that is how I convinced them for that. And when it came to joining MBA in here, I was thinking about the language barrier or any sort of ideological differences, because of course we are from different parts of the country. But then my sister came into the picture and she was like, see, again, you said you wanted to build yourself, you wanted to explore things, so why not? This is a better opportunity for you. MBA in a residential campus from god knows every part of the country, and you are just afraid because you will have to travel a bit more. I don't think that's a good argument, and that did convince me and my parents both. And um, these are the breaking factors for most of the students. They feel like, oh, it's in southern part, so everybody will be South Indian, or there will be food issues or language
Right,
issues.
right.
But our campus is very, very diverse. Like 60% people are from northern India, or from like central India, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh. So I did not face any of that issue. More than that, it was a learning experience. I got to learn a bits and pieces of Tamil and Telugu, and
That's
that
good.
adds to my experience in and around here.
So when we talk about MBA, we have discussed basically all the aspects, right? But the main segment, or I would say the main step, the final step is the placement, right? So we would be discussing more about placements, and placements, very first step for placement is the internship, and it plays a very, very important role when you are talking about the final placements. So what was your exposure or your experience with the internships?
As you rightly emphasized on internship, right? So for any fresher, I will advise ki your internship is going to be your biggest weapon in the CV. And why I emphasize on that, let us first explore about the opportunities that are here in IFMR. So we get placements in BFSI, and apart from BFSI, we also get in marketing roles. Apart from that, I like to share that we do get government-related internships as well, particularly RBI and GFSTs. So they bring up great programs, great roles, and great exposure, which you can talk about in your final placement as well. So, sharing about my experience, I got an opportunity in HSBC where I had the opportunity to interact with various stakeholders, and thank God my manager was really helpful. I spent most of my time, like 60% of my time was spent on ground because he made me do so. So, and apart from that, if you are not getting that exposure, you should be able to do that, where you are not only you are interacting with various stakeholders, interacting with IS officers to on ground vendors. That should be your horizon. So, and how that helped me, I did got an opportunity, a PP opportunity from HSBC, but immediately I got placed at Wells Fargo thanks to these kind of experiences, which I talked about during my interview and cracked it easily.
So I want to know one more thing. So were the companies, when coming for internship, were they biased about the experienced candidate or the freshers? So was there any preferable list? They'll take only the experienced ones first or the freshers later. Was it like that?
Well, I mean, to be very frank, if I consider my portfolio, I mean, my CV before like getting selected into HSBC, from coming from a zoology background has nothing to do with commerce and completely a fresher. If the
Right.
company was biased, they never would have taken me, to be
Right.
very honest.
Yes.
So I don't think so there is any such bias in this particular case.
So the another question that I would ask is, was it like location specific because the campus is in the south location? So was it the internship only at the south cities or it was all over the India?
No, I can understand the misconception since the campus is located in the southern part of the country.
Yeah.
So people would think that the internship opportunities that we get are near around Chennai or in the southern part of the country, but that is not true. We had people, our batchmates going for internship in Gurgaon, Pune, Mumbai, Bangalore, even in Chennai, and going further downwards in southern part. So that is not true actually. We have internship opportunities. Companies come here and provide locations in and around the country. And most of the majorly the internships were work from office. A few companies offered the work from home as well.
Okay, that's great. And another important part is the pre-placement offers, because again, internship provides you the opportunity for pre-placement offers. So, is there anyone who would like to share their experience with the same?
So I would like to take that question up. So I did my internship with BNY, and I also secured my PPO with it. So I would also like to share my experience in the internship as well. That actually led to PPO, I would say. So I was in the financial operations role with a hedge fund team. So the team was actually involved in post trade life cycle as well as the calculation of NAV that happens for the hedge funds. We were also exposed to the other departments of the custodian bank as well. So I would say that if it was not for MBA, I don't think coming from a BTech background, I would actually imagine myself getting into such a big custodian bank.
Right. So my final question is from all of you, which is only and only related to placement and your expectations from the placements and your what is exactly is the reality now. So we'll start from you.
Okay, so when we join IFMR, as we know, there is finance in the college's name. So the expectation is that we get a good finance role in a prominent company. And luckily for me, I got placed in Wells Fargo in the first month itself in the commercial banking division. So I think that worked well for me. And talking about the preparation, as we know, this college has 50 years of legacy. So the college has uh, very long lasting relations with these prominent companies. So we know that what historically these companies have been demanding, and the corporate relations team and the placement committee, they give you that exposure. What will be the questions, what are the areas you need to work on. So I think if you work hard, use the materials carefully, then it becomes easy. So that's it.
So I was expecting that my placement will be after the 2 years, completing the 2 years of MBA journey. But here I got to know that the placement season starts in September. Our academic year starts in July, and the placement season starts in September. I got placed in September only. So the journey was just for 15-14 months, and then I got placed.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I always used to look at the placement report of other B schools along with IFMR when I was preparing for CAT, and I always used to count the kind of companies I want to land into. And luckily for me, that worked out. I got placed in Moody's ratings in their core ratings division, and I would say that my expectation and reality actually aligned, and I landed at the co-finance role.
So for me, I actually wanted to be placed in one of the big brands that were going to come on the campus. And luckily I got into BNY. And I was not even sure if I would get a PPO, but I luckily got. So I was quite satisfied with it.
For me, before coming here, as I had previously mentioned, I had a corporate experience. So I was working in an operations domain. So the very idea for me to do an MBA was to get placed in the domain that I would specialize in. I got placed in Wells Fargo in the commercial banking division. So that is a reality that came true for me.
Actually, same as Wells only. So I'm a program analyst in Wool. I'm joining as a program analyst in Wells Fargo. My goal was pretty clear. I want to get into a BFSI sector, and I wanted to get placed early. Like that anxiety is too much to bear. Very honest. So yeah, pretty much. In for internship as well, I got placed in September 2024, and for final placements as well, it was September 2025. So got placed early and got into my role as well. So yeah, IFMR helped me achieve my expectations.
Coming from a diverse background, I had no idea what specialization I'm going to go pursue and like where will it land me up, because I worked in marketing for a year, and so my expectation was I'll go pursue marketing, I'll be placed in a good marketing firm as a brand manager or probably in marketing research. Came here, shocker, I literally developed such a huge interest in finance, specialized in finance, and I am also placed in Wells Fargo under the commercial real estate division. I wasn't expecting to be there because I thought, given my background is so different, I will have some hindrances landing up a job in finance. But luckily for me and some sort of hard work, that played in my favor, and here I
Right.
am.
Last but not the least, one thing I would like to say is you'll be filled with a lot of emotions and you're going to need all the help you can get from your seniors, from your friends, and especially the faculties. So, right in December, I was placed to my surprise, which was around 14 to 15 months into this college, which was fascinating. And the role, the company is Rock 360, with the role being deal coordinator, similar to what I did in my internship in the origination department.
So now, if I talk about the figures, what is the average package?
So as of now, the placement season is still in full swing. If we can talk, I can tell you the figures for last year. So the average package was 12.04 and the highest was 21.32 and the median package was 11.04.
So, is there any difference in the packages of a fresher as compared to the experienced one?
Yeah, generally, there has been a trend historically at IFMR and I guess across the country as well, in other B schools as well, that uh, the few highest packages were acquired by, I mean, the experienced candidates got placed in one of the highest paying companies here at IFMR. That, I mean, it's not that freshers cannot get through, they also do, but generally, experienced candidates do get uh, I mean, the average package for candidates' experience is always higher than the average package for the freshers, and the reason being that the same company, let's say one of the big fours, they come for freshers as well as for experience, but they do pay a premium to the experienced candidates
Right,
depending on their number of years of experience, that too in a relevant domain.
right.
So this is how the, I mean, experienced candidates do gets paid for whatever the experience they have acquired before coming for the MBA.
So, would you like to tell us some of the companies which are coming up?
Yeah, definitely. So we have starting with Big Fours, and to be specific, Big Fours both global. They are global arm as well as the Indian arm. Both come here. We have MNC banks such as JP Morgan, HSBC, BNY, and we have rating agencies like CRISIL, Moody's. I mean, this year we acquired one of the capital management companies from US. They have first time they were recruiting from the campuses, and they came here because of the legacy of FMR, and that was Eldridge Capital Management. We have some of the niche roles such as coming from North Star Analytics, and this year we had Kevin Care. I mean, the the kind of companies that are coming here have a history of recruiting from IFMR from a very long time, and they have been putting their trust again and again year on year on IFMR.
So, it's time for a rapid fire. One rule, one word answer. Second rule, the very first word comes to your mind. Done? So, I'll ask the question, I'll take out one slip, I'll take your name, and you have to answer.
Sure.
So, IFMR in one word. And it's Nitya.
Joy.
Joy, great. And the person is Shubham.
Diverse.
Next is your MBA journey at IFMR. Arundhati.
Transformational.
Placement season emotion. I did speak. Nitya.
Roller coaster.
Your closest friend on campus. Abhinav.
I mean, it's a tough one. Anushka.
Hostel life. Shaurya.
My sanity.
Canteen food. Ankit.
So many options.
Late night chats. Anushka.
Interesting.
And the final question is campus evenings, and it is from Sameer.
Fun.
So finally, I would like to congratulate everybody and
Thank you so
thank you
much.
for being a part of Shiksha Nerd, I would say, and for sharing all your experiences. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much.